lots of you are wondering, how did I manage to buy my first car at 23 years, yet I was still a student? Just know that it is very possible. When the why is so big enough, the how becomes easy. You are going to understand that in my story. Yes, guys, my true story is where I'm coming from. My parents, my mother, my father never had a car. Even some of my relatives never had a car. So I grew up having that dream, you know what, I want to have my own car, but I never knew it was going to come that early. Actually, to be truthful, I was like, when I grow up, I want to get married to a man with a car such that I experience how it feels to have my car. Little did I know that I was going actually to achieve my first car at 23, and the interesting part, at university. So guys, one thing I want to thank God for is I was privileged enough that after finishing my high school, I got a scholarship, a government scholarship actually, to go and study in South Africa. You know, when I went there in my first year, my aim was to survive. My aim was to become independent such that I won't bother my parents from Zimbabwe, because I knew what I had left home. Even buying a car was not even part of my plans. That's the truth. My aim was just to survive, hustle, and see how I can survive. Now I started looking for things that I can do, small things I can do to collect money for survival such that I can become independent. So as I was in the process of saving, I realized, you know what, I'm actually able now to take care of myself, and I'm actually remaining with some money. So I decided to save. I didn't know how to even save, and I didn't have an idea what I was even saving for. But the truth is, I found out that at university, there are girls of my age who were driving nice cars. Some of them were coming from well-to-do families. Me, I was coming from a poor background. But I said, wow, these girls can drive these cars. Let me also try and save. I started saving money, but even the goal of buying a car wasn't really there. So one day I got bored enough, actually. I approached this lady. I saw this lady on a car park coming from it was a VW car, in South Africa. So I got bored enough, I approached this lady. I want to ask her something. How much did you buy this car? I was shocked. She told me the price that I wasn't even expecting. Sometimes when you don't know something, you feel like it's unattainable. It's so hard to attain. The amount she told me, I said, you know what? I am going to save. I am going to save for this car. She even told me how I can look for a car when I'm having the money, how I can buy one, how I can get help to look for a good car. That's when I started saving for a car. So guys, as I was in the process of saving, the truth is, saving as a student is one of the hardest things you can ever attempt to. So as I was in the process of saving, I was like, you know what? This is not going to be possible. But lucky enough, I approached the same lady. We actually became friends from there. She took me, when I talked to her about buying a car, she thought actually maybe I had money already to buy a car. She took me to the car sales. I said, you know what, I'm going to go, even though I didn't even have money to buy a car radio or a car tire. But I said, you know what, let me go to car sales. She took me at this car sale. I ended there, guys. Oh my God, that was a turnaround. They actually allow you even to sit in the cars. So I started testing cars. I could sit, feel it. When I left that car sale, I told myself, I am going to do whatever it takes to buy my own car. The feeling was so good. I couldn't sleep that night, thinking of all the cars I have felt in that car sale, and how, I was so motivated. It even gave me a reason to keep on pushing, because saving is not easy if you don't have a goal. So guys, if you are listening to me right now, I want to tell someone today, no matter your goal, whether your goal is to buy a car, go for window shopping. I tell you, this helped me a lot. When you want to achieve something, if you have a goal of buying a car, even if you don't have enough money, go to the car sales. Go for window shopping. They will not chase you. They won't even ask you how much do you have in your bank account. You go there, you window shop, you test. That one built my boldness and my confidence into achieving my first car. If you're going to have a house or to buy a house, even if you don't have enough money, if you know where they are selling houses or where they are advertising houses, go there as if you have money. Look around, enter the house, see the feeling. That one is going to help you to Go forward to your dreams. I tell you, after going to that car sale, I told myself, no matter what, no matter how long it's gonna take me, no matter how many years, I am going to save for this car and I'm going to buy it. So guys, from the time I went for window shopping, it took me over 2 good years to buy my first car. Trust me, within those 2 years, it wasn't easy. Actually, that was one of the hardest things I have ever tried in my life, because I had to make some sacrifices. I had to cut some expenses. I had to sacrifice, not eating what I want. I had to sacrifice even cutting off some friends, because I saw that this was not going to be possible if I continue doing this. So just know that if you are saving up for something, if you have a goal to achieve something, be willing to make some sacrifices. One thing you should also do: stop telling your goals and your dreams to some of your unvisionary friends. Trust me, if you share your goals with people who are not visionary enough or who are not seeing where you're going, they're going to discourage you. They are going to discourage you. Trust me. I had to cut even some friends that I know when you are with them, it's all about spending. Because if you share with your friends you're going to buy a car, they'll say, a car, what will you need a car for? What? They now know that you have money. And when they know you have money, whatever plan they have, they're going to come to you and say, you know what, we are going out, we need this contribution. So make sure you are willing to sacrifice. There is nothing you can achieve in this life if you are not willing to sacrifice some things. I had to sacrifice, spending even on my clothes. I was saving every cent of the money I got. With that discipline, it still took me over 2 years to buy my first car. In those 2 years, guys, I had to make myself ready. I made sure I took my license. I was so fired up because I knew that the goal has to be hit. I was so fired up. I took my license. It wasn't easy. Remember, it was my first time to drive a car or even to enter a car. I took my license. I was so ready, for my first car. Trust me, it wasn't an easy journey. So you might be asking yourself, but how did you buy it as a student? You might be wondering, how did I manage to collect the money? My advice is this: I did a lot of things within those 2 years to try and collect money, but what worked for me more was selling. Trust me, anything that involves buying and selling of a product or a service works. That's the fastest way you can collect money. If you want to get money fast, what I did myself personally, I started buying and selling. One thing I saw that was working for me at university because of the environment was buying clothes for ladies, handbags, shoes. I started selling, buying, selling. Just look for something that is on demand. Look for something that people buy more. You buy, you sell. That way you can collect money fast. People have a lot of business ideas there that you can do. Try to do something that involves buying and selling. Trust me, you can collect money so fast. I worked so hard. I collected money. I was saving. I was making sacrifices. I was also reminding myself every day of my goal. It also takes patience. Trust me, if you're not patient enough, you can't wait for 2 years to buy one thing. Waiting for 2 years, it's not possible. So you just have to discipline yourself to be patient as well. Because if you're not patient enough, halfway down the line of saving, you might eat the money. Problems always arise. I was getting problem after problem that needed me to take that money, but I told myself, I know the goal, I know the why, so I have to make sure I hit that goal. So guys, finally, after 2 years, I collected the money to buy my first car. Oh, can you imagine? All those years, I was so patient enough. The truth is, I wanted to buy a 0 mileage car, a new car. But as they always say, aim for the moon. When you fall on the stars. So I found myself falling on the stars. I aimed for a new car with 0 mileage, but I ended up buying a second-hand car. But that was a total fulfillment. I found myself buying my car at 23 years old. And trust me, a lot of people of my age, they were shocked seeing myself buying that car because they didn't even know that I was saving for a car. Also, guys, when you are buying a second-hand car, you need to make sure you have help. Because one thing, to be truthful, is when you're buying a second-hand car, the probability of getting a bad car is very high. Most people who sell their cars, they don't tell you the problems. So you have to make sure you go with someone who knows about cars, even a mechanic. I was lucky enough, I got a person from my church who helped me to go look for a good car with the mechanics. I found a perfect car. I bought my car, came with it to campus, and guess what? The first day I bought it, I slept in the car. When you achieve something you've always wanted so far, your heart will not settle. I thought people were lying. When I parked my car on the car park, after every 5 or 3 minutes, I will have to go out and check it out. That's how happy I was. That fulfillment of finally getting what you were saving for. I was so happy, guys. And guys, the truth is, a lot of people who knew me, who knew where I was coming from, they were so shocked. I called my parents, I told them, Mama, Daddy, guess what? Your daughter bought a car. My mother nearly cried. I tell you, they were so shocked that, who? Buying a car? How? They were even wondering. So I want to advise someone here. When you have a goal, when you're planning something, surprise people. Don't share your plan. Work in secret. Surprise people with the results. Let the results make the noise. I tell you, most people who knew me, they were so shocked. They come and said, how, why, when, you see. They didn't even know that it took me this long. And others will still come, others, everyone is not happy for you, just know that. Others will still come and start thinking maybe you got a boyfriend or sugar daddy who bought you a car. No, as long as you know you've worked so hard for something, trust me, people are going to be shocked. So my advice, have your biggest why. When the why is big enough, the how becomes so easy. Have a goal. As I told you, it's not bad to go for window shopping for cars. Even if you don't have the money, you need to have that confidence. And guys, this is what I'm going to leave you with. Everyone who is watching this video, just know that whatever you want, it is so possible. You can get whatever you want. Have the bigger why. When the why is big enough, the how becomes easy. Be willing, to make sacrifices. A lot of people are not patient enough and willing to make sacrifices. Cut some habits. Just know that you can achieve anything in your life as long as you are willing to make some sacrifices. Also be patient. Patient pays. Trust me, when they say patient pays, they don't lie. Be patient enough and go for what you want. Yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from my story. If you are new here, just make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our video, turn the notifications on such that you're always notified when we post. And also, if you are a returning subscriber, we love you so much. Make sure you like our video and comment. We love you. See you in our next lit video. Mwah.